What are you wanting to do with this song as far as your voice? Do you want to do it in loft or soprano? Do you want to do it in bell?
It's a lot of things to think about, and that's okay because we think about a lot of things.
So I will share with you that your inspiration page is this.
There's like a transformative quality, like, wow, I want to do that.
This symposium gives our musical theater and theater students a chance to work with industry professionals, college professors, actors, artists in the greater Richmond area in some ways that they never get a chance, because it's free to all of the CFA, MT, and theater kids. It's part of what brings them to the center because they know they get to experience this day.
So I spent the first 6 months of 2018 working on Rock of Ages.
Well, I think the thing that this year's symposium had different than our past years, and this was our 4th annual symposium, is that we had 3 CFA musical theater and theater alumni coming back to lead the sessions for the students. We have alumni that are now practicing in the industry, and they came back this year to work with our students, show them other alternate career opportunities. There's so many things you can do besides being on the stage, and I think a lot of the students connected with working with our actual alum, giving back to our center to show our current students what lies for them.
Shakespeare will use 2 contrasting, adjectives to describe something. He'll talk about night and day, and you know what I mean? So
I would say Scott Wichman's auditioning class was probably my favorite. I worked with him last year as well with my monologue, and I used a monologue this year.
it doesn't have to be the carved in stone performance. It's just an exercise to give you the permission.
Scott is always a pleasure to work with. He's so enthusiastic and supporting.
Like, you are so strong, too. So there's 2 things I want you to think about.
He probably gave the most information and helped me out the most that day. He definitely made me feel a lot more natural.
Because you can then play the contrast between, I thought this was what I wanted to do, and
Watching everybody else, I was very impressed by what I could become and what they had become.
there's a total contrast in there.
First gig out of cosmetology school was at the Tony Award-winning Actors Theater of Louisville.
Tanner Pippert, Miss Pippert's son, he taught us like how wigs were made and like the structures of them.
The other part of that is the hair, right? Like, what is the external fiber? This is synthetic, right? So it's basically just extruded plastic. It like gets pushed out of a machine.
He taught us what to do with them, and then he showed us some wigs from like Beauty and the Beast, and I thought that was really cool because I got to see Belle's wig.
And again, think about all these things and don't think about them at all. Let them be there. And then
So the first thing I did was viewpoints, and that was very energetic and exciting first thing in the morning.
It was really interesting because I was used to just like walking around the space and just like doing it.
It was weird at first, but then also was really funny.
either be really close to somebody or really far away from them.
Because like, if she had, people copying you and then like just getting all close and then just following you around and you're like, what you doing?
It just makes you more aware overall.
So now, if we look around at our spatial relationships, this is much more interesting, right?
So this is the set for our musical Once on This Island, which is next week, and we make the sets ourselves.
As much as I enjoy being on stage, I absolutely love the construction aspect of what we do here.
And then once we finish weaving this gets sewn onto this. Does that make sense? And then it makes this pattern right here.
I think it's really incredible what we all can do. We can achieve all of this beautiful set just, by us working on it for 2 days or so.
You're learning how to do hands-on stuff, and you're learning all these new skills that you can take. And if someone does need a set build, you'll be like, oh, I know how to do that. I did that.
Then you're going to get someone to tie some fishing lines on the pieces where it crossed, so it stays.
Then there was dancing, which I can still feel, but even though it was intense, I still felt like I got it down and it was great.
Okay, well, the instructor, she surprised me because I was like, oh, it's tap. Like, we're going to do like a flat ball change and it'll be like easy. And she came out of the gates running.
was very cardio-based and incredibly fast-paced in the learning aspect.
Like, I was not expecting it first thing in the morning, and I was like, oh my goodness, I'm not gonna get it. But then like she was like, just go for it, just keep doing it. And I liked her motto, fake it till you make it. So I feel like a lot of us were doing that, but it made us feel good about it.
If there's a price for rotten judgment,
Make us believe you.
I guess I've already won that.
Well, my next class after that was my singing class, and with Colin Rufford.
I need you to hold on to that so, like, it is the most important thing in your life.
He was really, really helpful, and like, in a playful way, he was like, oh, come on now, like, you can do it. Very inspirational and very helpful, because I was like, wow, I really did just sing that song in front of people, and it was like something I really did.
When someone needs you,
We're going to Disney.
you
We're going to Disney. We're going to Disney. What are you going to do there?
There's so much you can get from just watching other people sing and then watching other people get advice, because you get to connect to them on, oh, I do that with my hand, or I feel shaky in that way, and you just learn from watching other people, and then it's always just fun to watch your friends sing and do their thing.
Do you want us to know that you know you're singing? Or do you want us to just go on with it like it's...
The truth may be difficult to look upon, but it remains the truth nonetheless. Yeah.
I think the keynote speaker we had this year was amazing. Dr. T is an amazing woman. She's from VCU, and I just got accepted to VCU Theater a few days before she came in. So it was amazing to not only meet her, so I already had that connection, but see what VCU was about and push me to see if I wanted to go there.
It's a journey, and a journey means you got to get on the path and start journeying. You got to start walking towards what it is that you want.
The industry it seems like it's a really far away thing, like you just can't reach it, but then you see these people who are actually in it, and you learn that you really can do it if you really just like work hard and really keep your mind to it. It's not something that's that impossible.
Gaining knowledge from all of these courses is so beneficial, and where else could we do it? You know, it's so amazing that we have this opportunity available to us because of the center that we attend.
It is a true village, and everyone is an expert in their individual craft. And it takes the combination of all those expert voices and learning how to collaborate so that you can come up with a unified production that is successful and enjoyable to audiences. So that's really what I want them to take away from the symposium experience.